Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me here for this tutorial. Today's tutorial is actually going to be inspired by going back to school. Now I know that most of you will be going back to school very soon and you definitely want to look your best. So I decided to create this very subtle smoky eye. As you can see, it has a black glitter eyeliner, just really makes your eyes sparkle. I use mascara, no false eyelashes, which is a complete shocker for me. So I just curled my lashes and then I applied mascara. And I will be using the MAC Opal Lash, for those of you wondering. And yeah, this is pretty much the look. I'm going to be using a lot of drugstore brands, so for those of you that's more convenient to head to Walmart or Target, you'll be able to do that with these brands. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Alright, so let's get started. We're going to start off by applying our foundation, and I'm going to try to go through this really fast so the video's not extremely long. So since we are talking about going back to school makeup or school makeup in general, we really don't want to put on cakes of makeup or really full coverage. So I'm going to be taking my Revlon Color Stay foundation and doing equal parts with foundation and moisturizer. So you can just take any moisturizer you have and do equal parts of it, okay? And put it in your hand. You don't have to mix it exactly like identical, but you can just try to mix it up with your sponge really nicely. And that way it's more of a sheer coverage instead of a full coverage foundation, and you can just even out your skin tone. So we're going to apply it evenly. Now you can just use the amount of coverage to your discretion or to your needs. This will also help your skin be moisturized during the day because you're using half moisturizer, half foundation, and that'll make like a tinted moisturizer. Making sure you get right down here as well, right under the chin and the cheeks, only because you don't want it lying right there, especially for those of you that have a harder time finding your foundation color. It's always good to bring it down a little so it doesn't look funny and doesn't look really off. I'm going to use the same sponge to add my concealer, and I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever concealer palette. I'm just patting on there. I like using the patting motion because I really don't like to pull on my skin, you know, sometimes because concealers are a little drier than foundation. Alright, so we're done with that part. Next I'm going to be taking my MAC powder to set my foundation. You can use a translucent powder as well if it makes you feel better as far as not having exaggerating coverage. But since I like more of a full coverage, medium to full, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix powder foundation. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and just add my mineral finishing powder. This one's from Revlon. So I'm just going to add just a thin layer of this just so it makes my skin look radiant. Then I'm going to be contouring lightly. Now, I don't know if some of you like to do this, or you can skip this step. I always like to contour, even if it's lightly. It doesn't even have to be. I'm going to be doing it with my MAC I forgot the number of this, 163. It's fading out, and I'm going to just be lightly contouring my face, and I'm just gonna do very light contouring because you definitely want to look, you know, natural. Alright, so that's good right there. As you can see, it's very natural looking. It's not heavy at all. Then I'm going to be taking my blush brush, and I'm going to be taking my Glam Couture blush. This is the new one in 323, and it's just a really nice glowy blush. And I'm just going to pat it very lightly so that I get a very natural glow instead of just caked on blush. I just want it to be really nice and soft. That's it for that. Then with just a nice pearlized eyeshadow, I'm going to take it and add it as a highlight. Now for the eyebrows, since you will most likely be in a rush to get out the door, my suggestion is to take a dried out brown mascara, or what it may be, maybe like an eyebrow gel or something with color. And this is my L'Oreal one. It's all dried out almost, and what I do when I'm rushing is I just grab my lashes and start painting them on like that, and then I start coloring the brows. Now this will serve as a good eyebrow gel as well, and you will get faster at this, I promise. Now as you can see, they already look completely different. I'm going to take my eyebrow pen and then just lightly fix them, fix the shape. Have a steady hand. And then shape it. You want to definitely not have like a heavy hand with this. You want to be very, very light-handed. So as you can see right there, it's already my eyebrow. So you can go lighter or heavier, whatever it may be that you prefer. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with the eyes. And I'm going to be doing my left eye first, and then I will get right back to you all. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to start off by taking my MAC paint in Mauvism. Now I think this one's already discontinued, but you can definitely substitute it with anything that comes close to it. It's just a very light lilac kind of paint. So I'm going to start off and applying it as my primer all over the lid, a little past the crease, and also a little bit right under the eye area, because we will be applying some eyeshadow there. This will just give it a really nice shine. Alright, so then I'm going to be taking a small eyeshadow brush. This one's the Glam Couture Mini brush. And I'm going to be taking a bright shimmery white color and placing it right in the tear duct and applying it under the eye as well. Then I'm going to be taking my Glam Couture medium eyeshadow brush, really nice and fluffy one. And I'm going to be taking my Hard Candy Duo, and I'm going to be taking this darker gray tone, and this one is Rock and Roll number 68. So it's a really nice tone. You definitely need to use a primer with these because they're not extremely pigmented. Now I'm not going extremely heavy just because of course this is for school. So it's not going to go on extremely dark, especially when we start blending it out. Alright, so that's good right there. Then I'm going to be taking my Glam Couture crease brush, very similar to the MAC 224. I'm going to be taking the other part of the duo, the lighter purple color. Just take a little bit of that, so as you can see, it doesn't grab on too much. And I'm going to be placing it right above the crease area and that darker gray color, just so we can blend this color out and it's a really nice transition. Then I'm going to be taking my Stila number 9 brush, and I'm going to be taking just a shimmery white eyeshadow and placing it as our highlight. Then I'm going to be taking my Hard Candy Duo, taking my MAC 219 brush, which is just a nice smudger brush, and I'm going to be taking the darker gray tone and applying it on the outer 1/3 of my lower lid. Now I'm applying very little of this just to make the eyes appear a little bit bigger. Okay, then right after that I'm going to be applying the lighter lilac right in the inner 1/3 and then bringing it all the way out. Alright, so that's good right there. Then I'm going to be taking my MAC 217 brush. Now this one's just a really nice fluffy brush. And I'm going to be taking my Glam Couture number 801, which as you can see, it's just really nice and shimmery. If it'll focus, there we go. It's just a really nice eyeshadow. These eyeshadows are really beautiful. And I'm just going to be taking very little. When I say a little, just tap it slightly because they are very highly pigmented. And apply this right on the outer 1/3 of the lid and literally hardly going past that. Just to bring out the eye and make it appear a little bit bigger. But we don't want to get crazy with this. Bring it slightly towards the center of the crease. And I'm going to be using this one. It's called Hard Candy Take Me Outliner Glitter Eyeliner Pencil. This is pretty much how they look. They have a really nice glittery point at the ends. And then you see the glitter eyeliner, and it's really pretty. I have my hand swatched out with some other colors. But it's just really nice and glittery, and it really smudges out really nicely. It's not really heavy like, you know, the more professional lines and like MAC and the Revlon ones. They're not really dark, even though this is a black eyeliner. Once you smudge it out, it just goes on really, really soft, you see? So it just goes on really, really smoked out. So we're gonna line the lid. Doesn't have to be perfect. but we don't want to get crazy with the messiness either, so. And then bring it right under the eye as well, just the outer 1/3 as well. So just like that for now. Then I'm going to take my smudger brush, my Glam Couture 219, or you can take a smoky brush and just blend it out. I'm a kid eyeliner, Stay Put eyeliner. It's called Peacock number 5. So I'm going to be putting a very light coat of this right on my waterline. Just like that. As you can see, it's very light, very soft. It's just awesome. I love it. What I'm going to be doing, and I'll skip this so the video is not extremely long, is I'm going to be applying 3 coats, but in between the coats, I'm going to be curling my lashes and separating them every time I do that. And then it'll give it a little more of a dramatic look. But if you're happy with this kind of look, just go ahead and do that. Curl them one more time if you just want a little bit more dramatic to your eye. But as you can see, it is a big difference. It makes your eye appear a lot bigger when you add more mascara. But I'm going to be doing those steps, and I will get right back to y'all as soon as I'm done doing that. Alright, so now that that is finished, I applied my 3 coats, curled my lashes in between the applications, separated them, and all that good stuff. So as you can see, it looks good, even though I'm not wearing my false eyelashes that I love. I really do like the look, and it looks great. So next I'm going to be applying my lipstick, and I'm going to be using MAC's Blankety. Now this is just more of a nude pinkish tone. If you have smaller lips, you can use like a nude lip liner. It'll make your lips appear a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to be using Glam Couture's Divine Lip Gloss, which is a really nice purplish tone. It doesn't go on purple, so it just gives you that really nice shimmer. Alright, so that's pretty much the look. I think it looks awesome. I hope that y'all enjoy your day, and I hope that, again, you found this video helpful for going back to school makeup, and I will see y'all very soon. Take care.